Plaintiff Dominic Silvestri was friends with the defendant, and he claims they had a lot in common since they both worked in real estate and were both addicted to methamphetamines. Dominic is suing for the balance due on a loan. Defendant Alex DeLuna says Dominic always thinks everyone owes him money, and he suspects Dominic has a crush on him. Alex does not deny that he borrowed money from Dominic, but denies owing because he filed for bankruptcy.
Tell me what happened.
Well, Your Honor, I guess the gist of the story is that I'm living proof that someone that you can be kind to over and over will take advantage of you if you let him. And Your Honor, I have known and cared about Alex since 1998. We met when I first got to San Diego, and we were both in the real estate industry. We became immediate friends, and I thought we had a better friendship than obviously we did. Because one thing we also shared, unfortunately, was an addiction to methamphetamine. And
While you were selling real estate?
Pardon me, sir? I'm a mortgage loan officer and
a what?
A mortgage loan officer. Mortgage loans.
I heard you. I'm trying to put it together.
Oh, okay.
Because if there were very many like you, that might be what happened with this housing. Y'all smoking crystal meth and selling houses. That makes sense now. Go ahead.
So, Your Honor, I actually got clean in 2003.
Okay.
I don't know what Mr. DeLuna's state is at the moment, although I do know that, and this is where perhaps my own judgment would be called into question here, but I was the only person that would help him out in 2008 when he was actually in the middle of using drugs and his dog got hit by a car, and that was the first time that I gave him some money. And I really thought the durability of our friendship would prove that I would end up getting the money back, and that did not happen.
Let me get some background from him, sir.
Your Honor, I'm just so tired of this man walking.
Tired?
Yes, very tired.
You gotta go to sleep at night instead of sitting up all night smoking. You still getting high?
No, I'm not. No.
What's you tired from if you're not getting high anymore?
Well, I work for a change, and
for a change. Yeah. Go ahead. I heard you saying you're sick and tired of him. Go ahead.
I'm just tired to deal with this man thinking that everyone owes him money and all that.
What was your friendship with him like?
It was just friendship. However, I believe that he has a major crush on me, and that's the reason that he's suing all this. We never had anything before, but he's gay. I'm gay.
All right, dude. What's wrong with him having a crush on you? You told him to stop having the crush?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, it might be innocent. I have a crush on Beyonce.
I know.
But Jay-Z ain't having it, and neither is my wife.
But she doesn't tell you to stop, does she?
And if she tells me to stop having a crush on her, I'll stop.
You will not.
Yes, I will. So all you got to do is tell him. I believe. Tell him.
Well, stop having a crush on me.
Your Honor, I'm actually involved very happily.
With someone else?
I am, yes. And
you can still have a crush on somebody, just like I said.
There has never been an instance of any kind in which I've had any sort of interest in Mr.
All right, good enough. All right, we're clear on that.
Plaintiff Dominic Silvestri was friends with the defendant, and he says they had a lot in common, including that they were both addicted to meth.
What was the nature of you all's friendship since '98?
Well, just friendship, business related. I met him, a while ago when he came back from Minnesota, and I sell homes, he does mortgage, so we built a friendship there. Then in 2008, when the market went belly up, I lost my home, and economy wasn't good, and I borrowed some money from him right before I went to the inpatient treatment that I stayed there for 60 days.
Okay, when did you go into inpatient treatment?
November 17th of 2008. And that's when I borrowed the money from him.
Your Honor, may I give you the details of exactly how much was borrowed, please?
Tell me how the loans occurred.
I will, Your Honor. Mr. DeLuna has selective memory. There were 3 loans. One was in June of 2008 when his dog got hit by a car. That was $4,500. Then Alex blew the tires out on his car the front tires on his car because he drove over a median strip. So it was a BMW, so they were expensive tires. And that was $600. Then later that month, when he couldn't afford his living expenses, I gave him another $3,100. And then the other part of the issue is that Mr. DeLuna also extorted $950 from me in 2010 when we were both going to be going to Brazil. So he did, in fact, to his credit, give me back about his partner at the time gave me back $4,500 of the money, and he gave me back half of the remaining $3,000. But the total of the debt is the $1,500 that was remaining from the borrowed money, and the $950 which he took on my behalf to book a hotel room. He never booked because he spent it on himself.
Okay.
And Your Honor, may I just say too, that there was a specific agreement as recently as April of 2010 in which we agreed that the amount that was owed was $2,500. And because I realized that there was a $950 issue, I cut it back to $2,450. I'm trying to work with him here.
Sir, what do you have to say?
The loans is correct. I paid him back.
You say you still owe $1,500 on the loan.
No, I don't. And the reason that I don't is because, one, I filed for bankruptcy, okay?
He did not, Your Honor,
discharge.
name me in the, he did not
It doesn't
name me in
really
the
matter
filing.
because I called my lawyer. He said that if you enter the name or not, there's a law that as long as you file bankruptcy and there's outstanding loan, whatever balance you had before is wiped. So he has no, he cannot even. There's no
Your
grounds
Honor,
to
he
be here.
acknowledged the debt as recently as April 2010, 2011. So I believe that supersedes the bankruptcy.
And then there's another issue also, Your Honor. He came to me in 2011 saying, I wanted to change business and I want to become a real estate agent. And I said, fine. Because I'm going to train you, then you, in lieu of that training, you
There was
forgive
no
the debt.
specific agreement, Your Honor.
You see, he has
Let him
selective
finish,
memory
sir.
as
Let him
well.
finish.
So I trained him for 3 months.
Your Honor, may I
he
show
came
you
to the
the
office,
evidence
he's
that I have?
sleeping all the
Finish, sir.
time.
Thank you.
Halfway sleep, never learned anything, never made a sale. I took him to listing appointments, show houses, show how to write contract. He doesn't acknowledge any of that. I used to pay $1,000 for coaching.
Okay. Now, did you agree to pay him $2,500 recently?
No, never.
The breach of contract is, when did that occur, sir?
That was February of 2011, or 2010, pardon me.
All right. And your bankruptcy was 09, sir. So why wouldn't you owe for the $950? That's subsequent to the bankruptcy.
That story is completely wrong. Because I'm the only one to speak Portuguese, I'll go to Brazil. Him, I, and Sean, another friend of ours. The woman said I needed 3 credit cards, mine, Dominic's, and Sean's, and 3 IDs. So I provided all that. The woman was going to split whatever amount was in 3. Unfortunately, my credit card and Dominic's credit card would not go through, not because of lack of funds, but because just would not go through. So the woman said, I'll hold the reservation on Sean's card until you guys get here. Great. Well, the time approached, she called and she said, I need more money. Can I run credit card? I said, run my credit card again, my credit card, not even his. And I told that to him. And the credit card would not go through. So I said, okay, go ahead and run whatever you need to run on Sean's credit card,
Right.
and we'll deal directly with him.
And Sean
I
never got the
had
money
money.
back.
Excuse me. I never had money.
Did Sean get his money?
Sean got his money.
Sean got his money because
from
I
him.
gave it back to him.
Exactly. And then he put on my tab. That's the $950.
That's not true.
Without me agreeing. It is true.
Sean gave you the money, Alex.
No, Sean gave me the money.
Sean gave you
Sean
the
gave
money
me-
on my behalf.
Sean never gave me any
perjuring
money.
yourself in this
Sean
court.
never gave me any money. Never. Ever.
Plaintiff Dominic Silvestri was friends with the defendant, and he says they had a lot in common, including that they were both addicted to meth.
You don't pay any debtors, sir. You accumulated all these debts, and then had them all discharged with bankruptcy.
Your Honor, we had a specific agreement in April of 2011 that he was going to pay me back. Now, regardless
Where
of what
is
he
that
says about
agreement?
it, it was
where is that agreement,
it was an agreement
Sir,
that mattered for.
all we're dealing with now is the $950, which was subsequent to the discharge. So once again, have you paid on behalf of this gentleman?
I gave Sean back money that Sean had
Right.
given on his behalf.
Okay.
Sean did not give me
And
money.
quiet. You believe he assigned the debt to you?
Sean made me give him the money back because he knew he wasn't going to be able to get it back from Alex. Yes.
I told Sean that I was going to pay him back,
Did
not
you?
right away because I had.
Did you?
I didn't because I had
He
just.
paid on behalf of Sean.
I did, Your Honor.
$950 for the plaintiff. Have a good day. He paid on his behalf.
I mean that's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know where you would even get the idea in any way that might be the case. You have inflated.
It has to be the
you have an
case.
inflated view of
It has to be the case.
You always have.
No, it has to be the case. I don't want to say anything to him. I just want to move on and just live my own life, and that's it. I'm not using drugs. I've been sober since February 17th, 2010, since my accident. And I don't know if he's been sober since 2003.